Okay, friends, I think we're live. So here's something that's going to be super fun is I'm going to attempt to also go live on Instagram because I had a few Instagram people say they don't have Facebook and they want to tune in. All right, if you're here, hello, tell me hey. I'm not seeing anybody like pop in, so I have really no idea who's here and who's not, which is totally fine. But we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna try this. Okay, so I had a few of you guys say on Instagram, so I'm on Instagram and Facebook right now. The reason, which I've never done both at the same time because I typically just go on live on Facebook, but I've also gotten a few people on Instagram tell me that they don't have Facebook, and so they don't ever get to see any of my lives, and to please go live on Instagram. So here I am, live on Instagram for the very first time, and I'm also on live in my Facebook group. So this is going to be fun. All right. So what I wanted to do today is tell you about some updates, tell you my opinions on front porch sessions, which might encourage you, might piss you off, whichever one it is. I'm here for it. And then just to do some open Q&A to talk about photography, business, life, posing, lighting, whatever it is that you have questions about. So a few updates that I wanted to mention is number one, all of the courses, the Photography 101, the Business and Branding, and the mini session course are all $200 each until further notice, because that's basically what we've been told from our governor and the president about our just current life situation. It is what it is until further notice. And so I'm going to just do the same thing with this crazy sale. The courses are like a fourth of the price right now. We've never ever had them at $200. And so we have had almost 400 of you guys jump in the courses, especially the Photography 101 course, which is like step one. And so I'm just crazy excited to see all of the new faces and everybody in the courses. So you get lifetime access to the courses, also a community, also access to me every single week, where I do this every Thursday. It's live day. It's for my students, my course students. And so I do this every Thursday. I go live. And so if you are on Facebook, I just want you to know that I cannot see any comments at all. I don't know if it's just a new live setting. Instagram, I can see your questions. So if you have a question, ask it. And I can see the questions pop up in my little questions bar, and I will answer them for you. In the meantime, wanted to mention all the courses are still $200 each, which is insane by the amount of knowledge, resources, and impact the courses make. It's insane. Just ask any of the course students their thoughts and opinions, and they're gladly willing to tell you. Okay. So if you are on Instagram, you can get the links to those courses in the bio. If you're on Facebook, you can get the links to those courses in the comments here. So, okay, let's talk about the most controversial topic in photography land. It has divided nations. It has made photography besties, enemies. It has been the number one topic in every single Facebook group, every single photography Facebook group at least, and people are passionate about this topic, whatever side you're on. I've had to discuss this topic previously in my Facebook group, especially, I had to delete a few comments. People got a little passionate. I had to delete a few comments that were not accepted in my Facebook group. And it has just been something that we're like divided in the middle. I just did a poll, and I think the last time I checked it, on whether you're for front porch minis or you're against front porch minis and what is your opinion. I did a poll. It's a secret poll. No one can see your answer, and it's like 50-50. It's insane. And I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to tell you my thoughts, my opinions, and let me just tell you, these are my thoughts and opinions. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm just here to share my thoughts and just give you just a little thing to chew on for the rest of the day. So here it is. And let me disclaimer this by saying, I realize everyone has a different background with just life in general. Just know we all come from different backgrounds. We all live in different areas of the world that are more affected and that are not. We all have different experiences with COVID-19. Some of us have had it. Some of us maybe had family members who had it. And so let me just tell you first that I get it. And I want you to take this as my opinion only, just as a photographer and a business owner, and just leave it at that, okay? All right, so here's the thing. As photographers, we are small businesses, right? You either are a small business or you're not, okay? Now, I realize a lot of new photographers may have it as like a side hustle. Maybe they're a teacher and do photography on the side. And I get that. But the people that I want to talk to right now, and the people that I want to share my advice with, are small business owners, meaning photography is your income. Photography is what helps pay your bills, get you out of debt. Photography is what helps you buy your 4 kids a pair of shoes every 6 months because their feet grow like crazy. So, my opinion for front porch minis is that if you are an established small business photographer, you need to start getting creative and do what you have to do to make money. Because guess how photographers make money? Photographers make money by shooting sessions. And here's the thing. We were able to go about 3 to 4 weeks doing our quarantine. We're going to hang up our business. We're going to, but guess what? We're now in like week 6. And you are a small business, and if you want to survive as a small business, not only do you need to be hustling your butt off, doing behind the scene work and making your email templates and doing your style guides and taking your courses and doing all the behind the scene work, you need to shoot and make money. And I don't think it's going to kill anyone by standing in the street while you shoot a family 15 yards away from you. And I feel like if you can do social distancing practices where you aren't hugging, you aren't getting close, you aren't like sick when you show up, I think this is not only going to be a great marketing opportunity for you where you can meet new clients and go to and actually like serve them in a way that other photographers can't. I feel like it's going to help sustain your income. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you guys. And now I know there's going to be some people who's going to be like, you're supposed to be staying at home. You're supposed to be. And trust me when I tell you, I get it. But just like the restaurants, Walmart, the grocery stores, Home Depot, just like they're open for business because they have to be, you also need to be open for business in a safe way. If you feel like you need to put a face mask on with your camera and gloves and like don't touch anybody, don't accept payment, everything's online, how is that any different or worse than you going to Walmart and getting groceries, or you going to Home Depot and do a house project? This is just my opinion, you guys. At the end of the day, you are also a small business. And while we're talking about it, it has been brought up in my mastermind group. And one of the girls said, how am I supposed to compete with other photographers who are doing it for free? Like, she's like, okay, I get it. Not making any money is getting really old. I need to make money. And the way that I can do that right now is doing front porch mini sessions. But Brittany, how am I supposed to compete with the photographers out there that are doing them for free? And here's my answer to you. You're not competing with anyone. You're not competing with the free photographer. You're not, okay? Because think of this. Right now, schools are offering free food for children 0 to 18. Anybody, if you're 0 to 18, you get free food. Just go pick it up at the school and it's free food. What if our grocery stores were like, how can I compete with that? What if the local restaurants were like, how can I compete with that? I should start offering my services for free. But I don't see grocery stores or restaurants offering free food to me. Why? Because they have bills to pay. They have overhead to pay for. And just like them, you have overhead to pay. You are paying for HoneyBook, and you are paying for Pixie Set, and you are paying for your gear, and you're paying for your monthly education subscription, and you are like photographers. Like if you are struggling right now and you're like, Brittany, I am tired of freaking out because I need to make some money, don't let other photographers bully you into saying, how dare you get out? You're supposed to be staying at home. Well, if I have to stay at home, you should stay at home. And why? It's not fair if you go out and shoot and I can't. This is the marketplace. You are a small business, which means you don't offer anything for free because you're a small business who's also struggling right now. Like, and another thing that I need you to remember is what someone else does to their business, whether that's hanging it up for God knows how long, whether that is getting another bit, like whatever that is none of your business. All that's your business is your business. And if you feel like you need to make some cash to put food on your table and to pay for the diapers on your baby's butts, you better do some freaking work and start hustling and contacting people. Hey, now doing front porch mini sessions for $25 off. Are you doing them for free? Heck no, you're not doing them for free. You're a small business. Casa Maria is not offering me free queso. Oak Point Fresh Market is not offering me free produce. Why? They're a small business. They need money. Why are they more essential than you? Like, bah! This is just my opinion, y'all. Take it or leave it. I know there are passionate people who would rather just take money from the government and stay home But I'm passionate about this, y'all, and I think I have just as much right to say my opinion as anybody else. And the way that I think is if you are able to get out of your house and make some money in a healthy, safe way, by golly, you people, you better do it. Because businesses will either die in this recession or they will explode. And that's just how it is. They will either die, suffer, or people are going to be like, who is this chick who has been hustling the streets of Watson? She's awesome. She provided a great experience. She gave me 10 times more images than she promised. She was affordable. I'm hiring for her for the fall. So just know this, you guys. Number one, do what's best for you, whether that is staying at home or whether that's going to work and getting some money. Do what's best for you. Secondly, don't let anyone bully you into not doing what's best for your business. I'm not going to lie. I got caught up in that. I did. For the first couple of weeks, I had a few families reach out to me and been like, hey, I really want to do like a session. We can do social distancing, like da-da-da. And the reason why I said no wasn't because I was like scared to get sick, or wasn't because it wasn't like a sickness thing. It was because I was terrified of the backlash I would get for shooting. Now, I think back then it was safe to say, like, I feel like the COVID-19 thing was a lot more like crazy and rampant and all the things, which was probably a good idea that I was staying home. But the deep down reason why I said no is because I didn't want to get bullied from other photographers of doing this. So, number one, do what's best for you in your business. Whether that's staying at home or going to work, a lot of you are blessed and are able to stay home and have another income rolling in. But some of you guys, I know that photography was your number one income, and you need to get to work, and you need to market yourself like crazy, telling people that you are now shooting front porch mini sessions. Please support my small business. Click here to inquire. Okay? Like, that's how this is done. Because here's the thing, and this is just something that y'all need to remember. And I'm starting to preach, and it is what it is. Stop thinking that people don't want to pay you money. Stop thinking that. That is a lie. I have $1,200 worth of ramen noodles and pastaroni up in that pantry because I did the fear shopping a couple of weeks ago when I thought everything was about to shut down. We were going to be quarantined in our house for 6 weeks without any food or water, and I was freaking out, and I spent a crap ton of money. I have a pantry full of food. I would be able to cook 3 meals a day for the next year. That's how much freaking food I have. But guess what me and Thomas do to our favorite restaurants? Once a week, we pick one restaurant we want to support because we understand that if we don't, they might die. If we don't support their business, they might not be able to reopen when they're able to. So every week we spend $40 and we buy some takeout to support small business. People right now are trying to figure out ways that they can support small business, and guess what? You're a small business. And here's the thing, if you don't take your business seriously as a small business, no one else will. If you, the established photographer that you are not requiring people to pay you, why should they pay you later? Because guess what? There's always going to be some kind of recession, epidemic. Oh, my finances are not doing well. You gave me a free session last year. Why don't you give me a free session this year? Because I'm just struggling. You have to see yourself as an essential business, because to your family, you are. You are an essential business. To your family, who the freak cares if you're essential to the government or not? I care about whether or not my kids are fed. And to them, the income that I make is essential. So think about that as well as everything else. And another thing about the free is when you are charging $150 for a front porch mini session, photographer B is charging $0. It's for free. There are people, like, tell me I'm wrong. There are people that are not going to want to pay nothing for a service because those people know nothing is free. Those smart people, me included, understand nothing is free. Someone is paying for it. Like, whether that's taxpayers, whether that is know that nothing is free. So if I were to allow a photographer to come to my house, take front porch sessions of my kids and me, I would not let them walk away and letting me get free service and free product. Because I know nothing is free. They're paying for my session and they're paying for my product, and I can't sleep well at night knowing that. So when you are charging, you are talking to the people who think like me, the people who understand the value of a dollar, understand the time and energy it takes to do a service and create a product. You're talking to that person. Because I don't know about you, but I don't take government money. Because it's that free money. I don't take it because I know someone's paying for it. So instead I work so that I know I can pay for it. So talk to the people who want to support small business. Talk to the people who won't allow someone to work for free. Talk to the people who value you. That's the people that you want to serve. And as a sidebar, if you are brand spanking new, if you are new, know that it's okay to shoot for free for a short time. It's okay. So in the Photography 101 course, the very last section that I teach is to what to do after you learn your camera. And after you learn your camera, you shoot for free for maybe 3 to 5 sessions. And then you begin to charge. Okay? So if you're brand spanking new and you're like, Brittany, I get it. I understand your opinion. I understand what you're saying. But I just started and I don't feel like I'm ready to start taking money from people. That's fine. And I hope the people who've been hearing it for the last 20 minutes are still here and listening to this little part. Because if you're brand new, this would be a great opportunity for you to start practicing and to start doing those first 3 to 5 free sessions. But then after that, $75 sessions. Then after a couple months, $100 sessions. Start slowly increasing your price. So, man, I know that was a lot and I got a little preachy, but at the end of the day, I care about you guys. I care about our economy. I care about our country, and I care about you and the impact that you make to your community and the impact you make in the finances of your family. So there we go. And now I can't see, so if you're on Facebook, I cannot see any comments whatsoever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back because I can see it on Instagram. So I'm going to see, I'm sure somebody has a different opinion, and I hope you do because that's what makes the world go around. Yes, the Front Porch Project itself started as a free service to families while promoting small businesses, but in turn advertising. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is true. It was kind of like a, hey, I'm gonna serve my community, but that was like in the first couple of weeks, and we were apparently only gonna be quarantined for a month, 30 days, and then it turned from 30 days to now 90 days. And small businesses can't hang up for 90 days. And so that's why other photographers are like, okay, if this is our new normal, we're going to roll with it, continue to work, because that's what entrepreneurs do. At the end of the day, entrepreneurs are like, here's the circumstances, here's what I can offer, here's people I can serve, let's get to work. And so that's why I highly recommend photographers safely, in a healthy, distant way, continue working as you can. Continue shooting as you can. Because, like I said before, you will either, your business will suffer, die, or it will explode during this time. And that's just the honest truth. Yes, preach it. All right. That's why I haven't done them. I don't want backlash of someone downing my business. I'm right there with you. At the end of the day, let them do them and you do you. If they feel like it's good and they have enough means to stay home, hallelujah, bless the Lord. Like, thank you, Jesus. But if you are like, I need some money, don't worry about what anyone else thinks about you and your business besides you, your husband, your family. That's it. Backlash is fearful. It is. But you know what? It's a backlash. Literally, it might sting if you get like a stupid comment from somebody, but then guess what? You now have $150 in your checking account. Like, oh, it doesn't sting so much anymore. Okay, we have some praise hands, some claps, and thumbs up. Preach from Tracy Baldrip. Bills have to be paid. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now we have a question. What specs would you suggest for MacBook Pro? I have a 13. I have the cheapest MacBook Pro they have. I'm looking up the specs right now. MacBook Pro 13-inch, 2015. It's a 2.9 gigahertz dual core Intel Core i5, 8 gigs. And that's all I can really read because everything else is, I don't know. How do I start a business as a college student? The way you start your business is, number one, education. You got to know what you're doing before you start taking money from people. Education. The next thing is experience, which means doing it. And then once you have combined education with experience and you have the right gear, so obviously you need a good quality camera. You can't start a business with an iPhone. You need a good quality camera and a great lens. I suggest a 50mm 1.8 is a good starter lens and it's very affordable. The next step would be free sessions, which I just talked about. The next step for what I suggest and what I teach is doing mini sessions. So once you start going, the ball will start turning and then it's like an avalanche happened and now you have a business. So I strongly suggest, if you're not already in there, the Photography 101 course, the business and branding course, and the mini session course, which is the top 3 courses that I'm selling right now for $200 each, which is a fourth of their price, you guys. All right. I'm taking my family pics using a tripod this Saturday, an hour before sunset. I know to place the sun behind my subjects, but where exactly do I place them to avoid that haze directly behind to side? Yes. So what you're going to have to do with your lens. So as long as there's no sun flare coming into your lens, you're not going to get that haze look. So you might have to like tilt the camera just down just a little bit, or if it's like on a tripod, like if you look through the viewfinder, put your lens hood on, and then tilt the lens just a little bit down, then the lens hood is going to protect the lens for the sun entering. So move your family's feet back or forward, move the camera back or forward, get it in position, and that's going to help you avoid sun flare. Make sure it's diffused backlighting and not direct backlighting. Diffused backlighting means the sun is coming through trees or something like that. It's not just like sun family, because that's going to be a very harsh image. Okay, let's see. Seriously debating on adding the mini session course now that the sale is extended. I highly recommend it, especially if you're wanting to do front porch minis, because I teach you the entire family posing system. Exactly what to do, how to get like 75 images in like 15 minutes. And that's the family posing system in the mini session course. Okay, I'm like trying to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Is there a reason other than preference that you don't use back button focus? Two reasons. Number one, my thumb is toggling the focus point, and for whatever reason, when I do back button focus and toggling, my thumb at the end of a session feels like it's gonna fall off. So that's why I don't do back button focus, is literally because it's uncomfortable for me. And number two is because I'm Nikon. I shoot Nikon. Generally, Nikon is a little bit sharper than Canon and other brands, so that I don't have to shoot back button focus. I hope that makes sense. Like, I'm not dissing any other brands, but because I get sharp images consistently with almost every click, with just doing the shutter focus, I don't have to do back button focus. So if it's uncomfortable, why would I do it? I tried it for a short period of time because my mentor at the time told me that's what I had to do, and I did it and hated it, and now I just do what works best for me. So do both ways and see what works best for you. Okay. I'm making sure I don't miss anyone, and I'm scrolling back up. Facebook, I'm so sorry. I cannot see any of your questions. So if you're like asking a bunch of questions, I'm just so sorry I'm not seeing it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got some more questions or comments. Hey, Chase Pals, my buddy. Okay, what is the first lens you would recommend to someone just starting out? If you can only pick one, 50mm 1.8. That is the lens. If we do front porch with social distancing, what lens would you recommend? The longest lens you have. So if you have an 85mm, use that lens. If you have a 70-200 lens, use that lens. Use the longest lens you have so you can stay as far back as you can and no one can tell you anything about anything. If you only have a 50mm, I recommend renting or borrowing from a friend a long lens, which is why we have the Facebook education group. It's a community group. So you can be like, hey friends, anyone in the Baton Rouge area, connect. Hey, can I borrow your lens for 2 hours while I go do my front porch minis? Boom. Yes. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've like let my friends borrow my lenses just for a short period of time, with the understanding if they break it, they buy it kind of thing. So that is something that you can definitely do if you're not ready to purchase a long lens. I think anything below like a 70 is too close. That's where like I have an issue with the social distancing thing. Like, I recommend an 85mm or a 70-200 or a 135mm. So, I think that photographer got upset with people using that same hashtag front porch project, all about making money. Definitely smart to do them, but not maybe use her hashtag or project. I 100% agree. If this is not like to raise awareness or to benefit another organization, the word project should not be anywhere near it. This is like a business. This is a session. Like you are doing this as a session. And if you don't like to call it a front porch session, call it an at home mini session. Like you can call it something different to not piss anybody off. Um, Photographers definitely can use this downtime to make money. Families are more available than ever. Exactly. Yeah. Brandy, I miss you, by the way. And yeah, like I told Thomas, like for Easter Sunday, like I really wanted to put on my Easter dress and like get out there and do a front porch mini because I think my front porch is pretty, and I was like, this would take really good pictures. We just haven't done it yet, but we probably will, and we're willing to pay somebody to do it. Total agreement. Thanks for the boost. Oh my gosh, I love you, Tracy. I bought only two. I need an 85. Yes, so you can either rent one for cheap or you can borrow one from someone in your area. Like the best thing that you can do right now, like aside from the part of taking online courses and getting all the back end and your honeybook together, your email templates, all your things together, the best thing that you can do is get in a community of other local photographers. Like that is a really, really good thing to do for circumstances where if you get sick and you need a, you can't do a shoot or you need a lens and you need to borrow one or whatever. Josie, upgrading to a D750 and 50mm 1.8 lens soon. Yay. Does this lens do well for mini sessions? So close up and far away pics getting the 85mm. Okay, so first off, the D750 is awesome. I have one and I used it for the last 3 years. Just recently upgraded to the 850, which is also amazing, but the 750 is still like, it's half the price as the 850 and it's still like, I love it. The 50 1.8 is perfect for mini sessions because you're able to move your feet just slightly and you'll get a wide angle and then a close up. So the 50 is great, especially for kids. Like the last probably 10 family sessions that I did, I used my 50 instead of my 85. So yeah, I still love my 85 though, just because it's so creamy, dreamy, and the color is beautiful. How long have you been doing photography? I started in 2016, so 4 years. Do you still do the money back guarantee? I'm in school for photography, so I'm just worried I'll buy it and already know it. 1000%. Like if you take the course, especially the photography 101 course, if you take the course and don't receive any value from it or don't receive any value from my weekly coaching through the course student program, 100%. Like I'm not here to take your money at all. And if you don't feel like I'm like showing up and providing value for your photography life, please, like here's your money. I will revoke access to the course, like revoke access to the coaching community, and like we'll still be friends. Like I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to help you. So like if you take the course in 3 days and you're like, Brittany, it wasn't that great. Can I have my money back? Sure. Like you don't even have to tell me why. Like here's your money back, because that's how much, number one, I believe in the course, and number two, I want you to genuinely know that I'm just here to love you and serve you. And if my courses aren't doing that, like I'm going to try to point you into someone else who might be able to help you. All right. Brittany, have you worked with mirrorless cameras yet? I want to upgrade my T7i to a full frame, and I'm not sure I should change to mirrorless before investing in more of my 50 more. I don't have a ton of experience with mirrorless cameras, so I can't like give you a really good and honest like advice or opinion about it. So I think like people either love them or hate them. So I think it's definitely like a preference type thing. So I hope that, like, I'm not helping you at all with this question, but it's just honestly because I don't know the mirrorless stuff. Are the business and mini courses like the 101, once you buy it, you have all the things forever? Yep. All the things forever and ever, plus any new content that I add. So right now, the business and branding course, for example, is getting a complete facelift. Meaning right now it's 15 like long lessons, but I'm breaking it up and adding 67 new lessons to the business and branding course as just a facelift and an upgrade. And guess what? The people who are already in the business and branding course, and especially the people who got it for $200 instead of $1,500, get the facelift. They're going to get the 2.0 version completely for free. They don't have to pay for any extra stuff. You get all the templates, all the things for life, and any new upgrades, as well as access to me. Every single week, every Thursday, I go live. I check in on you. I get you unstuck. I help you with questions, and that's just all included. So I have Spaz says, I have a 50 millimeter. What is the next one you think someone should buy? Totally depends on what you're shooting. Either the 35 or the 85. If you're shooting portraits, meaning senior sessions, bridal sessions, engagement sessions, portrait sessions, meaning people, I 100% recommend the 85 millimeter. It's beautiful and you will never regret it, ever, ever, ever. If you are shooting lifestyle, meaning like in-home, if you're shooting births in a hospital, if you are shooting weddings, meaning you're like in tight spacing, getting wedding rooms, I definitely recommend the 35 because it's a wide angle lens. So you're going to need more surface area in your lens to capture the scene, if that makes sense. So the three lenses that I use are the 35, 50, and 85 because I'm a portrait and wedding photographer. So those are the three main lenses I use. They're the trifecta, the three that gets the job done. So it totally depends on what you're shooting. Bailey, anyone else in the group from Montana? Definitely Bailey, ask in the Facebook group. And we'll probably do like another poll or something like that so we can do some more connections and some more groups together. Lauren Haddo is from Montana. No one in your group is in my area. I have to buy it. So like the 85. Oh darn! Like, what? This is the good thing about good quality lenses. You buy it one time and you have it forever. So I bought the 85 millimeter back in 2016, and it's 4 years old, and I've used it a billion times, and it's amazing, and I've never regretted that decision. Leanne, so I just booked my first wedding for July. What? Hold on. Before I even read anything else, like, y'all, booking a wedding is huge. Like, someone has trusted you, loved you and your work, because this is not an easy decision. Like, so just take a hot second and like realize how big this is. Okay, let me keep reading. I'm so nervous, yet confident enough to jump in and get this experience. We're the same person. Is there any advice on what to expect the day of? Here's my biggest advice for wedding photographers, especially if you've never done one before. Most of the work, prep, timelines, organization, you need to do that before the day begins. So having a lot of communication with your bride about what she should expect as far as having her bridal details together, making sure that her bridal details together in one spot so you can grab the box and do her bridal details like on a flat lay or whatever. Telling the bride to make sure she has her family formal shot list organized together. And you can help her make that too. Letting the bride know that sunset is at 6. So, portraits need to be done before or after, depending on the light. So my biggest advice for new wedding photographers is you need to make sure you communicate. And that is sending a questionnaire. I have one for you for like $17. It's a full-on questionnaire for you to get every single answer that you possibly need from your bride in order to make a really good timeline. And the way that I do timelines is I divide each moment into 30-minute intervals. So the zip up is 30 minutes from 2 to 2:30, and that's in the timeline. And the reason for that is to have buffer time to have breathing time, to have like moving from location to location time. So when you get to the day of the wedding, you are there to love and serve and to shoot as much as you can. So wedding days are a really good opportunity, in my opinion, to be an overshooter, which means you're not only capturing the album gallery type images, you're capturing dad crying like a baby in the corner. You're capturing, the flower girl lifting her dress up to the groomsmen, like just whatever. Like you are there to overshoot and capture as much as you possibly can. And all the work has been done previously before the wedding. Another really good tip for the day of is to make sure that you have a dual slotted camera and 2 SD cards, one as a main one and one as backup. The reason for this is because you never want to be that photographer that loses images. Another thing on the day of is to keep a smile on your face and be there to serve. Whether that means you're going to go to the bar and get mom a glass of water, whether that means you're going to like help the guys put on their boutonniere so that you can get the pictures done. That, in my opinion, separates people like wedding photographers to people who create an experience that people fall in love with on the wedding day. Like, be the person that is joyful is the peace in the chaos. And that's what I literally before every wedding, I sit in my car and I pray and I ask God to make sure, number one, that their marriage is a blessing to you, that the day goes smoothly, that it honors you, and number two, to give me strength and wisdom to be able to serve anyone and everyone that needs peace and joy in what could be a chaotic day. So show up with the mindset of being a servant and less of a performer or photographer. And you will find that number one, you will have more peace inside yourself and less nerves. And number two, you're going to find so many more shooting opportunities. I hope that makes sense. I know that was a lot, but also make sure you join Wedding Photography with Naomi. It's a free Facebook group with Naomi Duncan. She teaches wedding photography completely for free. She does Q&As just like this to kind of help you get unstuck if you have a question. So I think she's doing a live Q&A tonight at 8 p.m. So make sure you go join the Facebook group, Wedding Photography with Naomi. She's amazing. So let's see. Do you have a breakdown on what's covered in the course? Keep debating sign up for it. Which course do you mean, MJC092403? There's 3 different courses and they're all like jam-packed with different things. I have someone who wants to put on her wedding dress for her anniversary. She wants to go to Boston. I'm so nervous. That is amazing. I think that's a really good thing. If you're wanting to break into the wedding industry or the wedding photography scene, have couples dress up for engagement session portfolio. Previous brides, so like within like their first year of marriage, who probably can fit in their wedding dress again, get in her dress and shoot like bridal sessions for your portfolio. Like, this is what I did at the beginning. I was very scrappy, and that's what it's going to take for you guys to really just kind of get it done. And so thank you for always being there. You're amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, you're so sweet. I asked my question through the question. Oh, I'm just now seeing the question button. I'm Katie Pals. Thanks for listening. This is my first Instagram live, so I'm still like a newbie at this, but I see the questions down below. All right. I'm going to take a pause on the questions coming in because there is here. Look at me on Instagram. Is there a reason other than preference that you, okay, we covered that, Malia. You got it? Hey, Malia. Okay, there's more. Hold on. Here we go. Katie Pals. Retreat OG Mastermind alum. Here's Katie Pals. Let's see what she says. Because of the divide controversy, would you suggest holding off posting any sessions done during this quarantine time or post it out loud and proud? I think you know the answer. I think you know my answer to that. I feel like, here's the thing. If you want a lot of business and you want to be a safe, professional example in your community, if you want this to be a marketing opportunity, if you want people to share your post to their Facebook friends, girl, you post it loud and proud. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything against the law. You're not doing anything that's going to hurt anyone. You are keeping the economy running. You are providing for your family, and you're serving your community. And if anyone tells you anything that's ugly, just reply with, I love you, I respect you, and I hope you're doing well with your business. Like, just leave it alone. Whatever someone else does with their business is their business. What you do with your business is your business. Okay, good pals? So you need to make a decision whether or not you're going to take this as just an entrepreneur, as an opportunity, or are you going to lay back and die? Like, there's two types of entrepreneurs. It's people who are like, I'm going to get creative. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to make sure that, like, I abide by the law, but I'm going to get my stuff done because I'm essential to my family. My income is essential to me and my family. Or you can say, oh, it's already saturated. There's other photographers shooting for free, so I shouldn't. I'm just gonna stay at home and just not do anything, and hopefully it'll blow over one day. Like, come on, people. Like, we did that for a month. Did we not? We did that for a month. But y'all, like, what's happening to the stay-at-home orders? It's pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. How long can your business sustain itself without making income? Any business. Not just yours. Any business. All right, Katie, I hope that helps. And then we have one more through the question box. I was so lost. I didn't realize this was through Instagram. I just purchased Photography 101 a few days ago. Wait, I'm confused, Tanya. I was so lost. I didn't realize this was through Instagram. Well, first off, I'm glad you purchased the Photography 101 course. It'll literally teach you everything. It is a foundation to not only your business, it's like the foundation to, like, shooting a beautiful, professional, worthy image. Also, this is my very first Instagram live, only because y'all asked for it, because some of y'all don't have Facebook, because I typically go live in my Facebook group. We have a couple more questions through the question box. It says, I'd like to do front porch sessions as my free sessions right now. Totally fine. I think it's wise, especially if you're first starting out. 24 to 105 or 75 to 300 lens. I would say the 75 to 300 would be more of a portrait lens because it's a longer lens. If you have a 24, it might distort their bodies to look wider. So what I teach in the Photography 101 course is basically the wider the lens, the wider your person will look. The longer the lens, the leaner the person will look. It's just basic science. So I would say use your 75 to 300. Not only is it longer, but it'll be more flattering to your clients. And then we have another in the question box. Does Photography 101 course cover consistent editing? Yes. We have 3 modules about editing, 3 on editing, and then most of your consistency is going to come with how you shoot in camera and light, which is also 3 different modules. So 100% covers consistent editing, how to edit, all the things. Oh no, we have poor connection. Okay, are we back? It said I had poor connection, but I think we're back. Okay, another question in the question box. Do you think doing front porch mini sessions would potentially hurt my business? I fear that. How? How would it hurt your business? If you can give me 10 reasons it would hurt your business, then maybe think about how it would hurt it. So if you're thinking about other people judging you, that's their business. If you're thinking about other photographers judging you, that's their business. At the end of the day, remind people in a very sweet and polite way that you are a small business and you would love support during this crazy time. I don't think that this would hurt your business. I think people forget about the creative industry. People forget about the entertainment industry. People forget about the beauty industry. So like the lifestyle, like the gyms, the hair place, Like I don't have words today. Massage parlors. Like people forget about us because we're non-essential considering we actually don't provide food, shelter, and clothing to people. So I don't think it would hurt your business. I think it would remind people that your business exists. And like I said, if people have an issue with you running your small business so that it doesn't die, that's on them. Let them pray about it. Let them get quiet with the Lord about it. At the end of the day, you do what's best for you. Okay, I think that was all the question boxes. Okay. Let's see. I think I missed a few questions. Oh, wait. Okay. So can you make a bundle of those questionnaires templates? Sorry, Keith. So cool thing about the questionnaires and templates, it's all in the business and branding course. All of my templates, my style guides, my engagement session style guides, my wedding email templates, my portrait email templates, my portrait style guides, my questionnaires, pricing guides. I have a wedding pricing guide. I have a portrait pricing guide. All of that is included in the business and branding course, which if you even add all those templates up together in the shop, it's going to come out to more than $200. So as of now, they're all sold separately, but if you just get into business and branding course, not only will your business and your brand boom, but you'll also get all the templates and everything. So do you use Flash Inside? Yep, all the time. Would you suggest waiting to post those sessions on your social media or just post them out loud and proud based on controversial stuff? I say post them. You know what? If photographers would stand up and just say, it's okay, I'm practicing social distancing and I'm getting it done, it might actually encourage other photographers to stop being bullied by the other side photographers who are saying, it's not right that you're going out, da-da-da. Like, what if collectively, as a unit, photographers just started running their businesses? You might start a revolution in photography land. I say do it. What's included in 101 was, it is camera settings, which is basically what to take off factory settings to change them into settings that you need in order to take a professional worthy image. Cameras and lenses, I break down how a camera works, what lenses do what, why you need lenses for what reasons, things like that. We talk about exposure, what is exposure, how to get correct exposure, and I have 2 minutes remaining before Instagram kicks me off. We talk about how to shoot my 3-step system to manual mode, which is different than any other way that you learn manual mode. We talk about focus, how to get a focused image every single time. We talk about white balance, which is huge in order for you to have professional worthy image. Another module. So these are all modules. These aren't just lessons. These are like modules with like lessons underneath. Composition, post-processing. So what do you do after you get home from a shoot? Camera gear and essentials, editing, and then you also get my bonus signature editing module, which I teach you how I edit with my signature preset. Everything's included with the business basics bonus module, which is like how to make sure, how to get a website up, how, like, basically the essential things you need to know to start your business after you're done with the course. So that's what's in the course. Do any of the courses cover breaking into different niches, families, bursts, lifestyle, personal branding? That's the business and branding course. I didn't realize this was a Q&A session. Me neither, but here we are. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Buying business and branding course today. I have okay. So flash photography is a whole nother animal that's in the natural flash course because it's like a lot. So join the Facebook group and you'll get all the updates. I have 20 seconds left, you guys. The mini dial next to your viewfinder is for your own eye to focus in your viewfinder. So it's kind of like an optical, like at the eye doctor. Okay, guys, I have 4 seconds. I love you guys. Bye. Okay. Hey, Facebook. Y'all are still here. For whatever reason, Instagram only lets you go on live for an hour. So, sorry about that. Yeah. So, but I'm still here, and you guys, I don't know why. I don't know if anybody even still watching right now because I can't see who's in here and if there's any comments. I'm going to log out. I'm going to get some comments and then I'll come back. Okay? So I love you guys and I'll see you soon.